resources available for you. Because we're only going to be focusing on benefits today, I'm going to focus on the 3 main benefit resources, with the first, and in my opinion, the most important of all, My Life Advisors. My Life Advisors are your best friend. They're your right hand, especially during this enrollment process. If you have any questions about the system, or if you need to find a physician in network, a dentist in network, or if you lock yourself out of the system, okay, you're going to want to go ahead, reach out to them. They can help you. Right, now, they do speak multiple languages, with English and Spanish being the main 2. However, we do have translation services available. So if you have another language you feel more comfortable speaking in, just request it when you give them a call, and they can go ahead and get a translator on the line. Now, once this enrollment period has been closed, if you have a question on HR, payroll, benefits, or you experience a life status change. And what a life status change is, a change in your marital or family status. So let's say you have a baby, you adopt, legal court order, or you get married, divorced, legally separated. You have a 60-day window to reach out to them and let them know you had a life change. So for example, you have that baby, you want to add your little one onto the plan, give them a call within 60 days of the baby being born. They can go ahead, open up the system, even though we're outside of the enrollment period, and make changes to your plans accordingly. We also have an employee assistance program. This is what we refer to as an EAP. An EAP is a confidential service that's designed to assist you, your spouse, your children with a variety of personal issues. So stress, anxiety, emotional health, chemical dependency, even legal and financial counseling. Not only is this service confidential, it's also free of charge, and you do not need to elect healthcare coverage to be eligible. The phone number listed here is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Now, if you feel more comfortable speaking to someone in person, you do have that ability with this program as well. You'll have 3 face-to-face visits per incident, 3 incidents per year. Again, it not just applies to you, but your spouse and your children as well. So if you guys feel like I stressed you out today over these benefits, these are people to call, okay? Yes. Right, now my final resource I have for you is the Health Advocate. The Health Advocate is available for you, your spouse, your children, your parents, and your in-laws. You just need to elect medical coverage to be eligible. It's going to support you on these 3 levels with any medical, dental, or vision issues you may have. Okay, so for example, let's say you have a dental bill and you think there might be an error on the bill. Just reach out to the Health Advocate. They can assist you in fixing the error. Let's say your spouse has been diagnosed with a condition. Don't quite agree with the diagnosis. You're thinking maybe you want a second opinion. Reach out to the Health Advocate, and they can assist you in securing that second opinion. And lastly, information service support. Let's say your parents come to you, they tell you they're Medicare eligible, and they're asking you, what are parts A, B, C, and D? And you're just like, I have no idea what you're talking about. They can reach out to the Health Advocate on their own and get the answers to the questions they may have. Okay, so again, elect medical coverage, and the Health Advocate is available for you free of charge. Right, so staying in touch is very, very simple using our ADP Mobile Solutions app. The app is free in your phone's app store, and your user ID and password that you use to log into Total Source, that's what you're going to use to log into the mobile app. It's going to give you access to your pay statement, your time off balances, your time card, even your benefit elections. So let's say you get into November and you need to go see a dentist and you can't quite remember who you've elected as your carrier. Simply log into the mobile app. It will give you access to everything that you've elected for the plan year. It will even show you who you have covered under the plans. We also have personalized videos. Now, these are going to be sent with that registration email, and your first set of videos are going to talk a little bit about what we're talking about today. They're going to go over your plans. They're going to talk a little bit about the deadlines, the reminders, more tools and resources than what we went over today. And then next year, during the open enrollment process, you're going to get a new set of videos. So if any changes were made to your plans, those videos are going to reflect the updates. Okay, so every time you see your personalized videos, definitely take a look because it is important information. All right, and my final perk is LifeMart. LifeMart is our discount page. We've partnered with them for many years to provide discounts on a variety of products and services. Now, to set up your account with LifeMart, you will initially need to go through Total Source. That way they know you're part of the family. So what you'll do is you'll log into Total Source. You will go to Benefits Discounts, okay? So under Myself Benefits Discounts, that will take you directly into LifeMart's page. At that point, go ahead, set up your account with them, and it's as simple as your name and an email address. Now, once that's been completed on a computer, I would recommend downloading their mobile app. It is free of charge and crazy easy to use. I use it very regularly. I live in the South Bay and I live close to a Cinemark. Okay, so I love going to movies, but I have 3 kids, my husband and myself. As you know, that is like $100, right, just to go see a movie. But because I have the LifeMart app, I purchase my tickets to them, only $8 a person. It's very cool. Also good for theme park tickets. My daughter just recently wanted to go to Knott's Berry Farm, and she told me I buy passes every year, and I bought passes for my sons, and I asked her, I said, do you want a pass? No, I'm going to college, I don't need a pass. Well, now she wants to go to Knott's Berry Farm. Okay, so I had to buy a ticket for her. And through the app, the ticket was only $46, so very nice. We also have discounts on travel as well as cell phone discounts. Now with LifeMart, they can provide up to 22% off your monthly service, depending upon who your carrier is. And it does not need to be a new line of service, it can be your existing line. So simply log in, find your carrier, and start saving. So the first term we have here is a deductible. Now a healthcare deductible is similar to an auto insurance deductible. So let's say you have a $500 car insurance deductible. You get into an accident, what happens? Pay $500, they fix the car. Basically, it's the same principle. Certain plans have deductibles associated with them. And once those deductibles have been met, then the services turn on. Usually, it's in conjunction with your co-insurance. Now, the co-insurance is a price share between you and the carrier. Sometimes the carrier is going to cover 80%, you cover 20%. Sometimes they cover 90%, you cover 10%. It all depends upon the plan. Next we have is a copayment, otherwise known as a copay. This is just a flat fee you pay for services rendered. So let's say you have a doctor's office visit, they tell you it's a $20 copay to see your physician, you pay it, that's your copay. All right, and lastly, our out-of-pocket max. Our out-of-pocket max is just that. It's the maximum you're going to come out of pocket for your healthcare expenses in the calendar year. Now, what counts toward our out-of-pocket max will be everything we just discussed. So your deductible, your portion of the co-insurance, as well as your co-payments, also including hospitalizations as well as prescriptions. What does not count toward this out-of-pocket max would be your premium, and that's what you pay out of your paycheck. Now, I like to think of this as a safety net. Okay, the majority of us don't hit it, but it's there in case something catastrophic happens. So let's say, for example, you get hospitalized and you're there for 2 weeks, and while you're there, you hit your out-of-pocket max on the medical plan you're on. Well, at that point, any doctor's office visits, hospital stays, co-pays, prescriptions, those are all covered 100% by the carrier until the end of the calendar year. Then it's going to reset with your deductible January 1st. Make sense? Yep. All right. Okay, so we have 2 types of care. When we look at your plans on the next slide, you'll see primary. We also have preventative. Preventative care is your once-a-year visit to the physician. When you call a doctor and you say, Doc, I'd like to come in, I want for you to check under the hood, make sure everything looks good. Okay, there's nothing wrong with you, you just want to make sure that you're still healthy. Now, for preventative care, for us women, that would be our OBGYN visits or physicals, and if we're age appropriate, our mammogram. For men, that would be your physical as well as your prostate exam if you are age appropriate. And then finally, for the little ones, it would be well baby visits and some immunizations. Okay, so those are all considered preventative care, and they're all free of charge, no matter what medical plan you have. The key is, when you go for preventative care, to let them know that's what you're coming in for. Because if you just call them and say, Doc, I need to come in and see you, they're thinking something's wrong. So they're going to code it as a diagnostic or primary care visit, and you may be subject to your copay, your co-insurance, or your deductible. So when you call them, let them know you're coming in for preventative care so they'll know how to code it and they won't charge you. So with your medical plans, you have Anthem Blue Cross as your carrier. The first plan we have here is the Priority Select HMO 1500. So we're going to go over your HMO plans first, then we'll talk about your PPO plans. So a few things with an HMO plan. With an HMO, you must stay within that network for coverage. Okay, so with this plan, you've got to stay within Anthem's network for coverage. Also within HMO, you must choose a PCP or a primary care physician. Okay, they're going to be your gatekeeper. They'll oversee all of your medical needs. Now, if you need to see a specialist within HMO, you will need to get a referral first before you may proceed to the specialist. All right? Okie dokie. So with this plan, again, it's a Priority Select HMO 1500. So that $1,500 denotes your deductible, okay? So here is an individual deductible. That is your family deductible, all right? Now, a quick note about our deductibles. They are what you call embedded. So what that means is, let's say you're a family of 4, okay, and you're on this plan. You will need to meet your individual deductible up until you hit that family deductible. That's what it means about being embedded, okay? So for example, you hit your $1,500 deductible, the plan will turn on for you. Your spouse hits his or her $1,500 deductible, plan turns on for him or her, and your first child hits $1,500 deductible, plan is now on for him or her. And because combined all 3 of you have met your family deductible, now you don't need to worry about your second child hitting the deductible because it's on for the entire family. Same thing with our out-of-pocket max. So this big number here, that's that safety net we were talking about, okay? Alrighty, so let's say you call your physician and you say, Doc, I gotta come in and see you. It feels like my brains are coming out of my ears. Help, okay? So you go in and you see your physician. It's gonna be a $50 copay to see that primary care physician, okay? So they may run some tests and say, can't quite figure out what's going on, so I'm going to refer you to a specialist, okay? So because this is that HMO, remember, you've got to obtain that referral first before you can proceed to the specialist. So once you get it, it's going to be a $70 copay to see that specialist, all right? So let's say the specialist tells you, okay, let's figure out what's going on. I'm going to run some more tests. So I'm going to order a CT scan and some blood work, okay? So we come down here to our diagnostic scans and labs. So that CT scan is considered advanced imaging, and that is a $200 copay. All right, now your blood work is considered lab, okay? So that's no copay with this plan, as well as x-ray. So if you were to have an x-ray with this plan, that would be no copay. Let's say you get hospitalized with this plan. So we have 2 types. We have inpatient, meaning you go into the hospital, you stay overnight, and we have outpatient, meaning you go in, have your procedure done, and they release you the same day. So for an overnight hospital stay, you have $1,000 per day to a max of 3 days. But this is subject to the deductible, okay? So you'll need to hit this deductible first before this copay will kick in, okay? Now let's say you're there for 10 days consecutive. You are only responsible for 3 days, okay? Anthem is gonna pick up the bill and the rest. Same thing with your outpatient procedure. It is subject to this deductible. So once you hit that, then this $500 deductible will occur per procedure, all right? Okay, and then finally, our prescriptions. So we have 4 tiers. Your first tier is your generic drug, not as a preferred drug. That's the lowest priced option. Now that is $15 max, okay? Doesn't necessarily mean, however, that every single time you get a tier 1 prescription filled, it's always going to be $15. Depending upon what it is, it could be $2 or $6, okay? But the max will always be $15 for tier 1 with this plan. Tiers 2, 3, and 4 have a prescription deductible that must be met first before these copays kick in. So for an individual, it's $250. For family, it's $500. Once that's been met, then these copays will kick in. So your tier 2 is a preferred brand drug. That is a max of $40. Tier 3 is a max of $80. And that is non-preferred brand and or generic. And lastly, tier 4. That is your specialty drug. And that is the highest price option. That is 25% to a max of $250. Now, one amazing things about being on a group plan is you have maxes for these, especially that tier 4. Okay, my sister had breast cancer 6 years ago, and she had to have 7 months worth of chemo. And every time she had chemo, it was $7,800. Thank heavens she was on a group plan with her employer. She only had to pay her max, and she was on this plan, it would only be $250, okay? So really, really nice to have group coverage. And group coverage now is with us, okay? So you no longer have to worry about, if you have a birthday, then, your premium goes up or anything like that. Now we have one premium for you, and that is good for the entire year, okay? Alrighty, so the second plan we have is still an HMO, but it is a select HMO 500. So you would use the plan the same way you would use this plan. The only thing is because this is a select HMO, this network is larger than this network, okay? So by that means that this is your lowest priced plan, okay? So this is a little bit more expensive because your network is larger, all right? But again, like I said, you use it the exact same way. And as you'll notice, your prescriptions and your diagnostic scans and labs remain the same. You just have some slight differences with the design. As you can see, your deductible is now a little bit lower, but it's still embedded. Same with your out-of-pocket max. And then your hospitalization. So you still have that 3-day max. It is subject to this deductible, but now it's $750 a day as opposed to $1,000. And then your outpatient is $250. Okay? All right, any questions on this plan? All right, so let's meet my friend Maxine. Now she might be interested in an HMO plan. So she's married with 2 little ones. She's pretty healthy, some aches and pains here and there. Her kids are germ magnets and her husband has bad allergies, so they're high utilizers. Now with her medical plan design, she's looking for a plan that has a low deductible. She does not mind staying in network for care, and she wants to be able to save pre-tax dollars by using a flexible spending account. So an HMO might be good for Maxine and her family along with her flexible spending. All right, so your final medical plan we have is a PPO. So this is your Blue Cross PPO 070. All right, now with the PPO plan, you have access to physicians in and out of network. Okay, also with the PPO plan, you can self-refer to a specialist. So you don't need to get that referral like you would need to with an HMO plan. All right? All right, but again, you use it the exact same way. You'll notice with this plan, it's a 070. So that means that there's no deductible associated with this plan. So it's a very rich PPO plan. And your coinsurance is a 70/30. Okay, so Anthem's going to cover 70% of the negotiated rate. You are responsible for 30%. That comes into play with hospitalization for both in and outpatient, as well as your diagnostic scans and labs. Okay. So for example, let's say you get hospitalized with this plan, and it's a $500 copay per night. Okay, and let's say you're there for 3 nights. Okay. You don't have to pay that $500 per night copay. Okay, that's your negotiated rate. You will be responsible for 30% of it. Okay. All right, and then you still have that safety net, so that's your out-of-pocket max there. You'll also notice with your prescriptions, there is no prescription deductible associated with it, so it's just flat copays. Okay. All right. Any questions on this PPO plan? So this is my friend Kevin. Now he might be interested in the PPO plan. So he's single, pretty healthy, no problems there. Now he needs the flexibility of a larger network because he's going to be traveling for work. So because of that, a PPO plan might be perfect for him. And of course, he's going to open a flexible spending to help him pay for his co-insurances and his co-pays. Alrighty, and then these are your monthly premiums. So again, these are per month. If you'd like to know how much it costs per pay period, simply log into your enrollment wizard and we'll break it down to the penny. Now the thing I'd like to point out is at the employee level, that Priority Select HMO 1500 plan, Rudy's going to be covering that for you guys. Okay, so no premium at all. Okay, so if you enroll in medical, we do have some really nice value-added programs. Okay, and these are through anthem.com/CA. Okay, so that is your website for Anthem. Now, I would put you to sleep if I read all this right now, okay? So I'm just going to kind of touch on them really quickly. So they do have a mobile app, and again, it is very, very nice to have because if you forget your card at home, simply log into your mobile app, you have access to a digital ID card. They also have a 24/7 nurse line. So this is nice if you're not sure if you should go into the urgent care or the emergency room care, you have some symptoms, you can always contact the nurse line. They can kind of ask you some questions and then let you know, yeah, you should probably go to urgent care or not, okay? They also have a live health online. This is their virtual visit for non-emergency care. So very, very nice. You have 24/7 video access to a physician. So, let's say you have a cold and you don't want to go to urgent care or emergency room care. You can make an appointment with a physician through anthem.com. Talk to a physician. You can talk to them by your cell phone, a camera-enabled computer, or a tablet. They can diagnose you as well as prescribe you, and you never have to step foot in a doctor's office. So very cool. They also have a pay it forward program. So this is like a discount, cashback. Future Moms is the maternity program. Condition care is for those that have chronic conditions. So if you have like COPD, they have a dedicated line for any issues that you may have. And then finally, their wellness calendar. This is also their discount page. So they have access to more discounts on top of what LifeMart is providing. Right, now we also have a medical deductible credit look back. So if you are currently covered under the company's medical plan and you have put in towards your deductible, what Anthem will do is they will credit whatever you've satisfied from January 1st until the end of August. And what they'll do is they'll take your most recent EOB, which is an explanation of benefits, and apply it to your new deductible. Now, if you're interested in this, definitely reach out to My Life Advisors. They can assist you with the entire process. All right, so moving on to your dental plans. So we have Delta Dental as your carrier. We have two plans. We have a DMO plan and a PPO plan. The first DMO plan is similar to a medical HMO where you must stay within the network for coverage. So in this case, you must stay within Delta Dental's network for your dentistry needs. We'll also need to choose a PCD or a primary care dentist, okay? Now the rest of this slide really isn't saying too much. Basically what it's telling you is you have a patient charge schedule. Okay, now a patient charge schedule is just a listing of your copays. So anything that you have done on this HMO plan, you have copays associated with it. And then also down here are your monthly premiums. And again, as you'll notice at the employee level, Rudy will be covering your premium 100%. We also have a PPO plan, okay? So just like a medical PPO, you have access to dentists in and out of network. If you need to see a dental specialist with this PPO plan, you can just go ahead and self-refer to that dental specialist. Now this is a PPO 2000, okay? So with this plan, you'll notice you have a deductible individual $50 for family, it's $150. Your benefit max is $2,000, so that's the maximum they're gonna cover in a calendar year for your dental needs. Okay, and that's for every individual that's also on the plan. So let's say, there's 3 of you on the plan. You get $2,000, your spouse gets $2,000, your child gets $2,000, and that will reset January 1st. Preventative services are covered at 100% with this plan. The deductible is waived. Basic is covered at 80%. Major and orthodontia are both covered at 50%. But as you'll notice, with orthodontia, you have adult and dependent children under the age of 20. So if you're an adult and you want braces, you can have it with this plan. And then these are your monthly premiums below. Let's move on to vision. So we have VSP as your carrier. They are one of the largest carriers in the States. Now with VSP, they do not issue ID cards, so that's how they keep the pricing low. So what you'll need to do is you'll need to go to VSP.com and choose the Choice Network. Okay, that will give you a listing of providers. Once you go in, they'll just ask you for your first, your last name, and you're good to go. Alrighty, now with this plan, you have a well vision exam copay of $10, and that's once every 12 months within the plan year. Your prescription glasses are a $15 copay, okay? So let's say you don't wear glasses, you go in, have your well vision exam done, and they tell you you need glasses. It's gonna be a $25 copay. Your single vision, line bifocal, line trifocal lenses, those are all covered at no copay, okay? So those are your lenses with the lines in them. If you'd like to erase the lines, that's called progressive, and that is a minimum copay of $55. Now there is a $180 allowance per plan year for your retail frames, plus 20% off any overage. So let's say your frames are $200. We're gonna apply that $180, so that means you just would pay $20 out of pocket. But, excuse me, we'll also give you 20% off the $20 you've gone over. Contact lenses in lieu of glasses is a $150 allowance per plan year, plus 15% off the fitting exam. Now, if you would like to get rid of your glasses or your contacts and you're eligible for LASIK, you may have it with this plan. You must go to a VSP contracted facility for LASIK. Okay, so let's say you go and they're having a back to school sale or something like that. Okay? We'll give you 5% off that sale price along with your $150 allowance. If it's just regular price, then we'll give you 15% off the regular price along with your $150 allowance. Okay? Now the thing to keep in mind with vision. Vision will reset every year on the plan year, okay? So that means it's gonna reset, your allowances are all gonna reset June 1st. So let's say you go get a pair of glasses next year, May 29th, and then June 1st rolls around. Well, all of these are gonna reset. So at that point, you can get another pair of glasses or contacts or prescription shades. it'll be June. Okay, so keep that in mind, that because our vision resets on the plan year, there could be a point in time where you can have your vision services rendered twice in the same calendar year. The cool part about flexible spending, anything that you set aside in this account, you're going to get available immediately as of September 1st, okay? So let's say you set aside $1,500. You're going to get a debit card that looks similar to this. Effective September 1st, $1,500 ready to use immediately. So if you need to get glasses or you're going to have an outpatient procedure, you can go ahead, schedule it, pay for it with your flexible spending funds, and then what we'll do is we'll take that $1,500, divide it up amongst the amount of pay periods between September and May, and take a little bit out of your paycheck at a time. Okay? Now, in the past, this guy used to be use it or lose it. So you would see people running to, Rite Aid buying like $300 worth of Band-Aids, okay? You don't have to worry about that anymore. We do have a $500 rollover, okay? So you get to May of next year and you realize you have $300 sitting in your account and you're like, there's no way I can spend this by the end of May and I really don't want $300 worth of Band-Aids. It will roll over into the next plan year. And that will be in addition to your contribution. So let's say the IRS bumps up the maximum to $2,750 next year for June, and that's what you set aside. June 1st, you're gonna have $2,750 available immediately, as well as any rollover you have coming in from this plan year. So if you have $300 coming in, you have $300 on top of $2,750. So you can have a potential of $3,050 that you can spend. Now, if you have something in mind and you're not quite sure whether it's eligible or not, you can go to irs.gov, type in healthcare flexible spending, it will pull it up for you. Okay, but again, very, very large. Main thing, if you have a prescription that you pay for, let's say every month you take something, right now you're probably using your post-tax dollars to pay for that prescription. So why not put money aside in this flexible spending account? And you're gonna get a tax break and you're gonna pay for your prescriptions pre-tax, okay? So very, very cool. I use it, like I said, I have 3 kids, my husband, myself, my daughter was a cheerleader, my sons play football, I used to play football, my husband coaches. We're moving, okay? We're moving a lot, all right? So my flexible spending comes in handy for urgent care, okay? As well as our glasses. Both of my teens needed glasses. My flexible spending helped pay for their glasses. So it's, again, really, really nice to have. Now, if you're not quite sure, if you're new and it's like, I don't know, set aside $100. Okay, and then if you don't use it, don't worry, it will roll over into the next plan year. Okay, so try it out. I'm telling you guys, once you get to it, it's lovely. It'll pay for your deductibles, your co-payments, your co-insurances. It's really, really nice to have. Any questions on healthcare flexible spending? Okay, so let's move on to your dependent care flexible spending. So this is for non-medical dependent care expenses. So if you have any little ones under the age of 13, you pay for preschool, daycare, after school program, summer day camp, okay? Now the caveat is for that summer day camp, it must be a day camp, okay? You can't send them away to week-long sleepaway camp and say, woohoo, party time, the kids are gone and I get a tax break. Nope, sorry. But it is gonna help you pay for the day camp. It's also good for elderly home care. So let's say your dad lives with you and you claim him on your taxes, and when you come to work, he goes to like an adult daycare for the day. This is gonna help you offset that cost. Still pre-tax, minimum contribution is $50, maximum is $5,000. Now, with this account, it is complete use it or lose it, okay? So keep that in mind. If you put $5,000 aside because your little one's gonna go to daycare, mom comes in and says, don't worry, I'll watch the baby. You'll have to say, wait a minute, mom, I need you to come back in like 4 or 5 months, okay? Because I have $5,000 I've got to spend. Okay, after that, yes ma'am, we will talk, okay? So keep that in mind. You must spend every single cent that you put into your dependent care flexible spending. Now you have deadlines for both healthcare as well as dependent care. To incur your claim, you have until May 31st. To request reimbursement, you have until July 30th, okay? So not the 31st, but the 30th of July. Any questions on dependent care or healthcare flexible spending? Alrighty. Okay, we also have what we call an OCB, an online commuter benefit. Now, if you're currently paying for a bus pass, a train pass, van pool, through like Uber or like Enterprise, or if you're paying for parking, this is going to help you offset that cost. You're probably using post-tax dollars, so this is also pre-tax. Okay, so you can set aside up to $265 per month to go toward any of your commuter benefits. Okay, now if you're interested in this, definitely reach out to my advisors. They can assist you in setting up your account and managing it. Rudy is going to be covering life, accidental death, personal loss, as well as a long-term disability policy, completely free to you. Okay, so your life, accidental death, personal loss is $25,000. Your long-term disability is super nice, okay, because usually you have to pay extra for that. So how does this kick in? We're in this beautiful state of California. We have an SDI tax, so our disability that we pay every single pay period, right? So let's say you get hurt outside of work, the doctor takes you off for a year. You're gonna file with the state of California first for that short-term disability. Now, once that's been exhausted, this guy kicks in, and it's gonna pay you 50% of your wages up to $1,000 per month until you can come back to work, okay? So very, very cool. So at the end, everybody give Rudy a high five, okay? All right. So you guys are going to be coming on to our 401k plan. That is going to be an entirely different meeting with our retirement services. So more information will be coming soon. So information will be sent out to your home address. So once you get that packet, go ahead and hold on to it and then wait for your meeting to come. Right, we also have some voluntary supplemental benefits. Now these are provided to you and your dependents through the MetLife group. Right? Now, just a quick note about the term life insurance, okay? So, if you would like to purchase more than what we will be providing for you, you have the ability to do so with the MetLife Term Life, okay? Now, because you guys are brand new coming on, this is your first open enrollment, you have a guaranteed issue of up to $100,000 without having to fill out any medical questions, and that's at the employee level. At the spouse level, you have a guaranteed issue of up to $20,000 without medical questions, and then your children always guaranteed issue at $10,000 max, okay? Now, if you decide to not take additional term life right now during this enrollment, but next year you decide, okay, you know what, I actually think I want to get some term life insurance, you will be subject to those medical questions, okay? So the guaranteed issue will go away, all right? Okie dokie. Any questions about the MetLife? These are all employee paid, okay? Just so you know, they're additional, they're completely voluntary. All right, so getting enrolled? Yes.
What do you mean by they're completely voluntary?
Voluntary?
Yeah.
So you don't really have to take, a lot of people, like you have to have medical coverage, you know, now you have to have medical coverage in the state. These are like supplemental, so they're voluntary. It's like, okay, well, maybe I want them now, maybe I don't. But medical, you do have to have medical for ACA purposes. Okay. But that's a good question. All right, so getting enrolled. Very, very simple process. Like I said, you're going to be getting that email. So you must complete your registration and onboarding activity as well as enroll or waive in your coverage. Okay, and then what would be your deadline?
August 19th.
August 9th. Did you say September 1st? You're not going to have coverage.
There's no deadline.
There's a deadline.
August 19th, that's correct. Okay.
Just it's one day.
It's one
So it's
day.
better if you just get it done.
Do it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, today.
Okay. We our coverage starts December 1st, so it starts December 1st. We can start using
Uh-huh. Yep, exactly. Yeah. That's why we have you guys enrolling now so that you can have your medical cards in hand, ready to go, no worries. Yeah, yeah. Alrighty, so just a quick note about enrolling and waiving coverage. So if you, let's say, currently have coverage under your spouse's dental plan and you want to remain that way, you do not need to have medical, dental, and vision altogether, okay? You can waive your dental coverage, enroll in medical and vision, okay? Also, with dependent coverage, so let's say your children are covered under your spouse's medical plan, and that's going to stay the same. You can cover yourself on medical, your entire family on dental, and then you and your spouse on vision, okay? You can mix it up how you want to cover your dependents. The only thing you cannot do is cover your dependents on a plan that you yourself are not covered on. But other than that, sky's the limit. Okay? All right, so again, deadlines and effective dates. So your registration and your enrollment deadline is the 19th. Everything we just talked about with your medical, dental, vision is all effective the 1st of September. Okay? All right. Okay, so reviewing your benefits. So you can compare up to 3 plans in the system. So you have 3 plans. When you get into the system, you can compare all 3 just how we saw it today. So in that column format, you can also compare the pricing, so per pay period or per month. You can also see how much it costs for emergency room care and urgent care. I can only fit so much information on those slides, okay? Now, if you have any questions on the plans, or if you're wondering, well, is my physician in the Priority Select Network or the Select Network, reach out to My Life Advisors. Okay, they can see all of your plans and they have access to all of your networks. Okay, so again, if you have any questions, give them a holler. Finally, we have a step-by-step enrollment guide. Okay, this is located at mylife.adp.com. So log in, it will pull up an enrollment guide for you. Okay, it's about 4 or 5 pages long. It's going to give you screenshots, walk you through the entire process. Now, while you are at mylife.adp.com, bookmark it. It's a very resourceful website. There's videos on how to use the flexible spending, how to use the EAP, how to prepare for open enrollment, healthy recipes, a lot of really, really nice articles on that page. All right, so once you register and you log in at Total Source, you're gonna get this guy, okay? This is your enrollment wizard. It's just a reminder saying, hey, you have this many amount of days to enroll. If you're ready to enroll, you just click the blue button. That starts the process going, okay? If not, if you're just getting with the system, let's say, change your tax exemptions, you can click Remind Me Later, it'll go away, okay? But if while you are in the system, you decide, you know what, I'm already here, let me just knock it out, you can go to Myself, Benefits, and Enrollments, and it will take you into the enrollment wizard that way, okay? All right, now you're probably gonna go, well, duh, Kim, but when you get to the bottom of your enrollment screen, click Submit, okay? You'll know what I mean. Once you get in, you're gonna start clicking around. There's a lot of stuff going on, okay? So definitely scroll all the way to the bottom and be sure to click Submit. And then once you do, you're gonna get this green bar of success, okay? And then what happens is confetti's gonna shoot out of your computer. I'm just kidding. No, what's gonna happen is we're gonna have a confirmation statement that gets sent to the email address that you have on record, okay? So again, click Submit, find your green bar, and then go find your confirmation statement, okay? And at that point, you are all done, and so am I. Yay! Okay? This is My Life Advisor's phone number one more time. So if you're taking notes or you have your phone, definitely take a picture of it.
Anna just completed her enrollment here at your Home Soul Guaranteed Realty Benefits Enrollment Day today. Hey Anna, what's your one biggest takeaway from today's session here?
One biggest takeaway is that this company is providing so much for their employees and their staff so that we can serve our clients better. So
that's amazing. Yeah, because at the end of the day, we need to make sure that the people like you, the purpose here is that, yeah, you being empowered, Anna, so you can serve the clients better, right? Because the reason we provide so much value, because I don't want you, so you stress-free, meaning part of the benefits today, you get full counselors, the vision, the dental, the health, those are the basics, which is covered 100%, but to top it off, we have over a list of literally over 27 benefits, and the reason, you're right, the reason is because I want, so that way, because when life, there is no such thing here at your Home Soul Guaranteed Realty. I don't believe there is such thing as this is my personal life and this is my work life, because whatever happened to you in your
can affect the work.
Personal life, of course, right? So we want you to be successful in life in general. There is no such thing as my personal life and my business life. We just call it life. And then what's the one thing, how long was the enrollment process just now? How was it complex, or like how was it, the enrollment process?
It only took like 5 minutes, but I need to go back, so it will take me another 10 minutes.
So 10 minutes to set up the whole thing. So we have one online platform. So when you log in, you literally have access to all your benefits in one spot. That's amazing. Congratulations. I know you are on the way back to the office.
Okay.
So
benefits for the vision. Do you want to add how I can get glasses covered if they're $150?
yeah, so the vision, the dental, and the health is basically covered 100%. And to top it off, the flexible spending account, the FSA, that's a pre-tax dollar, Veronica. Think about it. That's crazy. That means it's before tax. That means you are not taxed on it. Right now, it's like you are doing it now. I see you're wearing glasses. I know you go to dental. I know Katarina actually just came back from doctor and stuff. That deductible that you pay for your doctors, that's actually when you put money on your flexible spending account, the FSA, that's a pre-tax dollar. And you use it for deductible and for anything else. Just now there's a long list of items. Right, that's really cool.
I have to go on the IRS.gov. They'll give you the list.
Yes, you take notes. How many pages of notes you're taking here? Let's check. Your notes here. This is cool. This is Veronica notes. What about you, Kat? I know you just came in a little bit late just now from doctors.
This is good about the term, like the insurance.
Oh yes.
Yeah, that one is good too. Yeah, and then we have choice to add more the term.
Yes.
Yeah, and then yeah.
Yep. So the company covers the life insurance, and then you can also add it if you want. Today on the enrollment day, I think you can add it to 100,000 with no health checkup. It's automatic. If you are
that one's good one.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I know most of us are younger people and we never really thought about life insurance. But life insurance, as Katarina brought it up, it's actually not for you. It's actually for your family. It's basically for the cost of funeral. You know, cost of funeral is expensive. You know what I mean? So at least this covers that so it doesn't put a burden to your family. Okay, so that's really good. What else? What else you get, Katarina, from this session here?
Yeah, I like dentists. I like because I have problem.
I see you're wearing braces.
Yeah, and then I have plan for my daughter too. So this is a good one. So I'm gonna draw the dentist one. Hi, baby.
Yeah.
And yeah, so
What
I
are you
can
guys talking
start.
about? FSA?
Yes, like what is
Really good.
Fanny? Can you explain a little bit? Like what is this? What is this? What is this FSA?
This is just, I just found out, right? The first thing I'm going to sign up is the FSA. So basically, you know what that means, right? It's our pre-tax dollar that you can set aside to be used for any medical purposes. So it can be your braces, it can be like any visit to a doctor. Like, I think they have a whole list.
Yeah.
So like, for sure, like I have 2 kids, like really, like in 1 year, like why don't I just set up that 2,700 or whatever that's IRS limitation? It's basically non-tax. So if my income is, let's say, like 22,000, like 30,000, like 2,700 of it, it's non-tax. So I'm basically paying tax on that 30,000 minus 2,700. Like, why would I not do that?
Wow, you're so smart.
Right.
Yes.
Like,
She's
like,
really
like she
smart.
mentioned, like she wants to set up money for your daughter, like for the braces.
braces.
So I would put that money right away. It's non-tax and just use it towards that procedure. Like that's the first thing I'm gonna say.
And that's powerful, Katarina, especially if you want to do for your daughters. If you know it's going to happen, that's a no-brainer. That's automatic. You know what I mean? Like you have to do it anyway. So it's before tax dollars. That's genius. Everybody thanks Katrina here. Is the one who helped us set it up. So anything else, Veronica?
What about like if I were to get LASIK surgery? Like,
Ask. She wants to do a LASIK and then my Fanny go to Korea to do. How do we handle that? No.
So on the VSP plan that you have offered, there's a LASIK benefit on there for a discount on LASIK. So we'll go into the benefit plan when we enroll you so you can take a look at it.
Yeah, they have
Okay.
for 150.
Congratulations, Veronica.
On the plan, when you do LASIK, you can still get your frame allowance every year. The $180 towards a pair of sunglasses after you get LASIK. So that frame allowance is still on there.
Oh, Kat, Veronica, high five. So Veronica, first thing she's gonna do LASIK, and then she's gonna do, I don't know what else she's gonna do. And she's gonna wear sunglasses every day. There's all kind of stuff. Once you enroll, Katrina is gonna help you. Once you enroll, it's like, so we set up this website to make sure it's easy to use.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Congratulations. What else?
I also like the ADP mobiles.
What is
mobile
it?
App. The mobile app, you can go on there, see your plans and your coverage, who's covered under you, your pay stubs
Yes.
on the app.
It's right
so
there on
much
the app.
easier, yeah.
All your pay stubs, or every time you enroll for something, everything about your home sold guaranteed realty benefits and your paycheck, everything is on one spot. If you want to increase the benefits, it's all done here,
Yeah.
and you know how much the net is gonna be at the end of the day. So you don't need to figure out the math and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And gym membership. Gym membership. It's not LifeMart. You didn't listen
Oh
to
yeah,
that?
LifeMart. It's
LifeMart.
like the benefit.
LifeMart.
Discounts.
Katarina walked in a little bit late just now, so it's okay. She's gonna catch up. That's
Yeah,
what
so
happened.
You get a lot like amusement parks, your cell phone bill, groceries.
Movie theater.
Yeah,
You watch movie.
education, yeah. It's like
But
groceries.
there's a lot of long benefits. What's up? What's going on here? Like what's your biggest takeaway?
everything is very good.
Like what? Go on through. Some people don't. We don't know. Many people don't know what are we offering here at your home sold guaranteed realty benefits.
Basically, starting from medical insurance coverage and dental, vision, including the 401k, and then what else? I forgot. There's a long list actually. I wrote it all down in here in my book. I gotta take a look.
Show everybody your cheat sheet here.
Oh, right here, like pages of all the benefits starting from right here.
Go through.
Like,
Share some of them.
Okay, for example, like this. We have ADP discounts powered by LifeMart. That's one of the benefits. I say if we want to purchase like movie tickets, theme parks, whatever it is, it's a part of the benefit actually. It's called LifeMart by ADP. That's one of them. And then like the scholarship.
Oh yeah, scholarship.
Yeah.
All
is also
every
included.
team members here get scholarship.
Yes. And then what I really like is
what it means for you. What's the biggest thing for you? I know you're just newlywed, right? So you and your wife, like, where do you see all this? How does it benefit you and your family?
No, I think it really ties back to the company's vision, which is to achieve our heart's desire, because we're just starting a new family, right? Well, this is it basically. There's a lot of benefits to not only to before we always talk about clients, right? But right now it's everybody involved with the company, because like our mission is basically to achieve our heart's desire.
Yeah.
Which is for me, myself, the most important is basically my family.
Yeah, that's really cool, Josh. And the reason is this, right? Because we don't believe there's such thing as a personal life and business life.
Yeah.
We call it life. So we want to make sure that each team member at your home sold guaranteed are successful in life, because that's how you're gonna best serve the clients.
Yes.
It's just a circle, man. There is no such thing. That's why when people say, oh, this is my personal life, my business life, I don't understand, like, where do you draw the line? Right, so we want to empower you and your family to make sure this is your best life ever. This is the only life you got, man. So you better make sure you're successful. So it's just beyond. Of course, the basic is just the vision, the health, and the dental. That we cover 100%. It's not the big deal. The big deal is we want to empower you on the scholarship program, for example, right? Pursue always be the best version of yourself.
Yep.
But for sure, the basic health, dental, and vision, those are 100% covered, done.
Yes.
And then what else? Include life insurance, disability.
Yes.
Right.
There's a lot of like other perks.
Yes, a lot of gym membership and stuff like that. So that's gonna be awesome. Okay.
Thank you, Rudy.
All right. Thank you. Okay, so we are here with Kim Crawford, and we are going through, today is our enrollment day, your home sold guaranteed realty benefits enrollment day. Kim has done a great job. In less than 60 minutes, you cover a lot of benefits. Can you share with everyone, like, what is the benefits that's available for team members at your home sold guaranteed realty?
Sure, yeah. So you're going to have medical plans with Anthem, Blue Cross. You're going to have 2 HMO plans, 1 PPO plan. You're going to have 2 dental plans through Delta Dental, 1 DMO, 1 PPO. And then you're going to have a vision plan through VSP. You also have flexible spending for both healthcare as well as dependent care. And then you also have an online commuter benefit. So if you take the train or the bus or you do a van pool, you can set money aside pre-tax and save on that. Super cool, as well as...
Sorry, Kim, to interrupt. Most people don't know what is the FSA, Flexible Spending Account. That was really, really cool.
Yes, thank you, Rudy. So flexible spending allows you to take money out of your paycheck on a pre-tax basis and set it aside for eligible medical, dental, and vision expenses. So if you have any prescriptions, you can use pre-tax dollars to pay for those. Really cool. And you get the funds up front. So if you set aside $1,500, you'll get that available immediately as of your first day of benefits. So super, super cool.
Then what else?
What else? We also have life insurance as well as long-term disability. That is 100% covered by Rudy.
So life insurance is because most people don't know. A lot of people in our team, young people, but the life insurance is not for you. You know, it's for your family. When you pass away, to make sure it covers the funeral. and stuff.
Exactly.
Let's talk about the disability. What is that?
Long-term disability. So long-term disability is in basically addition to your short-term disability, which is provided through the state of California. So if you get hurt outside of work and the doctor takes you off for a year, you're going to file with the state first. Once that's been exhausted, then your long-term disability kicks in. And it's going to pay you 50% of your wages up to $1,000 per month until you can go back to work.
That's really cool.
Provided by Rudy.
That's really cool. And what else available here?
All right.
We throw in a lot of, and you know what's so cool? There is no other real estate brokerage. There is no other real estate companies that offers benefits for team members. But that's only in my industry. But you go to different businesses, right? So overall, for small business size, how many small business size offering a Fortune 500 benefits? Kind of like what we are talking about here today.
Yeah. So we have a bunch of different businesses that we work with. And the cool part about being with us at Total Source is now when we go out to bid for your benefits, we don't just bid for what we're going on here, we bid for 540,000 employees. So you now get Fortune 500 benefits with this company.
That's awesome. And then it includes a scholarship. And what about the My Life Mart? That was really cool.
Yeah, so Life Mart is really cool because it's a discount program that is absolutely free. You do not need to have healthcare coverage to be eligible. You can get discounts on movie tickets, travel,
Gym membership.
tickets. Yeah, gym membership. If you have doggies or kitties, you can get pet insurance. You also have cell phone discounts. So they will provide up to 22% off your monthly service, depending upon who your carrier is. Again, no need to have healthcare coverage. It's absolutely free of charge.
That's really cool. So today, as you can see on the background, today is enrollment day. And so Kim is helping make sure everybody is set up. And this benefits effective September 1st. Yep. So September 1st, we start launching this. And we are also offering employees give back program, which means that we want to make sure when people work here, Kim, they actually care about the community and we want to support you. So for every 5 hours that you volunteer in the organization, nonprofits, the company actually, we donate $50 to any nonprofit of your choice. And every time you donate $50, we're going to match that 100% coverage for that.
Woo!
For the health insurance scheme, we cover 100%.
Yes, so on the Priority Select HMO 1500 plan, at the employee level, Rudy is going to cover that premium 100%. For the DMO dental plan, covered 100% at the employee level, and then the vision plan at the employee level, 100% premium. So you can get medical, dental, and vision 100% covered by Rudy.
That's really cool. Thank you so much, man. Thanks for your time. Now, I'm just going to show around. Yes, man. So that's one of the benefits here at our team. And check it out. Who is the new mom here? If runs our Mandarin speaking TC department, right? So today, basically, and you can see Anna here. Anna is beginning her enrollment. That's our enrollment process now. It takes about 30 minutes, I think. That's what they're doing. Okay, guys, if you've never been to our team, I'm inviting you for a private backstage tour of our real estate office of the future. All you need to do, call 626-789-0159. Again, to set up a private tour of the real estate office of the future, call 626-789-0159.